know what? I honestly just made this video and starting this because I am an avid gym goer. I'm actually an avid home gym maker, goer, and like anywhere I look, and I've been looking, I haven't been able to find the perfect home gym. And a lot of reviews. There's a couple channels out there that don't realistically put out the cost of a gym or what you're really looking for, and watching something and being demoed by somebody else or saying, hey, this is great, but you have no real experience on it and no real lifting experience on it. It can tell you everything that it does, but does it really work day in and day out and come close to a commercial gym? I got married in 2012. Wow, I got married in 2012. So my time became limited. Even though my wife likes to go to a commercial gym, my time became more limited with work in the gym and driving and getting in a good lift and waiting for someone on a machine. And I slowly became like a home gym lover. And my thought is a home gym in today's day and age is like cars. This is for guys, well, girls, I guess cars. Like how guys back in the day used to have muscle cars, and they get the car and they keep it in their garage and they fix it up and they change it out and they get all these parts. And really, does it benefit the car itself once it's already souped up, once it's already there? No, you're just having a hobby. Home gyms are like hobbies. Home gyms are hobbies, like how cars were hobbies in the last generation. I think our generation's like thing for dudes is making a home gym if the dudes like to work out, which I do. And I'm on the search for the perfect home gym. You are going to see some pictures of my home gym starting in like 2012, where I was outside just rowing a bar, and I would prop it in between like the grass and the concrete of my house and my sidewalk. And that's how I would do bent over rows or shoulder press. And I got some cheap bench set from Walmart that basically was plastic with one piece of metal in it. And the preacher curl was terrible, and the leg extension would royally wreck your knees. The weight's off, so it was definitely rated like a 1 out of 10 of how good it is compared to a commercial gym. But I mean, that's what I had to do, and that's what I used. Then I found the unicorn, and that's going to be this picture here. This was beautiful, amazing, smooth, gorgeous. I miss you. But it was so big. It was a cable machine, and I found a rack of 30s to 80s full cable machine with like classic commercial. It was actually from a place closing down. It was commercial gym equipment. And I didn't want to put it in the garage. I had an extra room. My wife said, yes, you can put that in there. And I used it, laid some carpet down because it was all tile in our house. I started going to the commercial gym more with my wife, and I honestly stopped using it, and it was taking up an entire room from how big it was. And I got it extremely cheap. Extremely cheap. So I resold it for more. My wife gets pregnant with our first baby. And I stopped going to the gym. She's got that morning sickness, so she's not going, and I'm not going as much. And then we have our first baby, and there's just nothing there. So nothing there, home gym. Our baby's right there. But there's no home gym, and I got some dumbbells, and that's just not good. And it's not what I was used to. So I started searching, and that's where this guy comes in. I started searching for like fully functional pieces of equipment because my spare room is gone to our beautiful baby. So I bought that, and I started to piece these together for the home gym. But like I would review those if I had them. And that's kind of what the purpose of the channel is, so I can make this 10-second thing. I'm reviewing pieces of equipment to say, are they actually good for a home gym or if they're terrible. We're going to review the quality. We're going to review the price. We're going to put the real price on this channel of what it costs retail, how much I find it for, how much, honestly, I feel that it's worth. I've used a ton of these. I'll actually probably put like a little description for the 2 pictures I just did if I haven't done this in the future. So I'll do this right now. This is clearly my first vid, as you can tell from how crappy I'm doing, but this is just the truth, because if someone would have told me a couple of these pieces aren't good or are good, or you'll love this or hate this, or what are you looking for, just review them. I'm going to review quality. Price. I'm going to review what you can actually do. I'm going to review if you're used to working out at a commercial gym. Someone will be like, oh, this is just as smooth as a commercial gym. That's normally not the fact, and that's not true. Anything that's plate loaded is not close to calibrated as a commercial gym. Plates are different. Benches are different. Bench sets are different. It just depends on what you're looking for. Flooring, all that flooring. Flooring is one of the hardest things you're going to find in the gym. We'll get into that. So, as you've seen, I have a couple home gyms I've sold them along the way. I didn't like them, or I didn't have room for them, or they were a complete waste of money, or they were a huge success and I made a little money on them to buy more stuff. So I'm honestly searching for the thing that says, hey, I don't go to the gym anymore because I found the perfect home gym. And the first one, the unicorn, that I miss you every day, was perfect. And honestly, if I would have been a little more mature when I got it and said just wait and don't sell it, I would have. But we're here and we're working on it. And it's not like stuff like that doesn't go on sale all the time. So we're going to find it. We're going to figure it out. But I have come across this. And that's how the video starts. I have come across this piece right here. And I'm going to show you how I just recently got this, and I like it so far. I have a back workout I'm going to do on it tomorrow, if not later today. And I did fart around on it a little bit. So this is after a little TLC. 45s, 30s, 20s, 15s, and my adjustable weights are anything from that. Got it from here, cleaned it up, bars are pretty clean, put the plates on I want. I think I got like 400 pounds like just hanging on here. Put a couple dummy plates on the back. The setup, the pulley's really smooth, and I put a resistance bar under it, so the resistance coming down is really smooth. It makes a good transition. Then got my little setup pegboard, all that to make it look clean, and then all the extra weights here, all fitting in my sexy garage and the other bench. Hey guys, so if you look at the picture before, I'm trying to take this piece and I'm going to take this off and I'm going to flip it around because it was originally attached to the pec deck, as you'll see in the picture here. And I'm going to flip this. We're going to do some engineer work, and I'm going to try and make it into a tricep extension because this is a good pulley system, and that is why I got this thing instead of a power rack via Craigslist. Just a couple $100 cheaper, and it had everything basically a power rack needs: a Smith machine in there, a lat pull row, and then it had the pec deck, which I knew was a piece of garbage, just because I'm not a 65-year-old man trying to get blood flowing to my heart. So we're gonna use that, and we're gonna flip it, turn it in, and I gotta switch these out so it's a close grip. So we're gonna do like an inverted row, an angled row. You can do triceps with it, probably some standing skull crusher, so we'll see. We'll check it out, but we're just monkeying around with it to get what we want. Even though it didn't come perfect, we're gonna try and make it perfect. Now I just hit 275 and like a solid rep, so I was pretty excited. And I do wish I would have gotten that on video because that was actually my PR for 2019. No, it was my PR for 2018, clean. And touch the chest, bring it back up. Maybe touch the chest. So here's 280. I didn't expect to go up. 275 was my last set, but we're gonna see, and probably fail horribly. Just like I had a dirty unrack the last one, so we'll see what this one. This is all probably gonna be edited out because this is taking a dirty. I could have gone down a little more. Just again, I got nervous. 282. Rep range 3. Let's go.
I want 3 clean reps and then 2 filthy duty reps. Probably switch the last 2 to underhand. What an ugly set. You watch it just go back. You know what? No edit this. This is how we're jumping right into the next one. Not a PR day. Let's go. Immediately to some rows of seal. We're supersetting these like a moron. Alright, we're on to the next. Man, I need a better view. This is just this fat mess of life here. So we're gonna go single arm, tucked in the shirt because I'm a moron. Now we're gonna go single arm. I'm calling them Aquaman pull downs. That's what I've seen them. They're just single arm pull downs. But I like the video when Aquaman did it. Walked out of that movie, by the way, so couldn't do it. One-liners. I'm doing this weird thing. Did it in the last video. I really liked it. It's almost like a seal row, but it's just your back straight, hopefully. And then it's really just take your lower back out of it, and you're not hurting your neck, you're not pulling on it, you're just kind of stabilizing. Like, I'd say 5 pounds pressure. It's a weird look. But you gotta do what works for you and where you feel the most stretch. Supersets here. We're gonna do 3 sets here. Why? I don't know. It's because I want to. We're gonna see 1 set here just to see where we're at, really. You can go a little deeper with this one. Get a better stretch. Good.
That it wasn't great. Did seal rows, lat pull downs, seated rows, 1-arm pull downs, right? 1-arm lat pull downs and V-bar pull downs in there, and did a couple pull-ups, just a burnout set at the end, and was feeling pretty spent. For the seal rows, that was one of the highlights, was that bench. That bench on there I thought was going to be a piece of garbage. I've had a cap barbell bench before, I've ordered, and it's super wobbly, and it honestly felt like anything I was benching over 200 pounds was going to come down and murder me. This, I want to do seal rows on. My seal rows were like 235, 245, depending on the weight of the bar. Got the bar with everything because it was like a cluster buy, and feels pretty good, but feels a little light, so it might be a 35-pound bar, like a non-Olympic bar. But did seal rows with at least 2 plates on there, and that thing was super sturdy. I wasn't worried about it collapsing. I wasn't worried about it breaking. I wasn't worried about the bench bending. And so it's really well put together. So that's a pro. Yeah, well, that's actually like my big highlight to the entire machine I got is the bench that comes with it. It goes from incline, shoulder, flat, and decline. Now, the Smith machine itself, let's talk about that. I had to sit in the machine, as you could see, for this to do a lot of rows. I didn't know I had to do that. I thought I could sit like I'd sit at a lat pull down at the gym. I did that and it wasn't smooth. And if you pulled back a little bit or got a little angle, it would rub up against the metal bar in the front. Super downer to always have to sit in the machine. I'm nitpicking, but if you paid retail for this thing, which was like $2,000, I would nitpick the tar out of it. And the ratio, we're gonna call ratio 1, is like commercial gym equipment. We're gonna call ratio 10 like a bunch of bamboo strings hung onto sandbags that you're pulling with a gopher. This rate's about 4. It's not super smooth, but when you sit in them and when you sit in it and you do a lat pull down, you're like, I'm still using plates. I can feel it. It's not the smoothest as a commercial gym. It's pretty smooth, not real bad, not a lot of slack in there. And I took the pec deck off that. So there was a little slack because everything's intertwined and interconnected. I'm definitely not an engineer, but I ghetto rigged it and made it work. So the slack in it's not bad. Got some good pull downs in it, and the single arm pull down was a lot better. And I'm learning the farther I sit back in the machine, the better the ratio gets. So I'm still going to give it a 4. I'm going to give it like a 3.75 ratio. But that's sitting way back and not going super heavy, which I love to do lat pounds. I love to work my way up to a pyramid and go super heavy. I'm not going to have that ability with machine. Now, for the sit-down lat pull, I'm going to give it a 1-to-3 ratio. It's pretty smooth. If you've ever been to a commercial gym and you've done like the cable flies for chest, or you've sat in the big cable machine and seen it, if you step to the outside where people only do triceps or like pullovers, you're like, man, this does not feel like the inside of the machine. This feels a little off, but the gym's packed. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. That's how this felt. So it wasn't as smooth as the commercial gym, and it wasn't calibrated correctly because there's a bunch of moving pieces in it. But smoother, and I still got a good workout with it. Another downer is the sides, the size of it, and the sides are super long. It's wider. Like if you parked a Volkswagen Bug in your garage or a Mini Cooper, this thing is definitely bigger. It's taking up a ton of space in my garage already, and I've put it in there as far back as I can without kind of monkeying it around, and I really don't want to mess with it when I'm benching or pushing shoulders. I want to have plenty of room to work out, and unless I'm going to park my other car in the driveway, which I'm pretty sure that's not going to happen, I'm going to need like permanently park it in the driveway. When I have a 2-car garage for one machine, I'm going to need to do something with it. That is a downer for it. So I'm going to rate the overall machine so far without doing triceps on it. Triceps is going to be the make or break on it. I'm going to rate it like a 6 or 7 out of 10. I got it for a couple $100. I got a ton of stuff with it. But if I had to pay $2,000 retail for this, I would be royally ticked off. That's my 2 cents. Stay tuned for more stuff.